my name's Miss Cannon. I'm here to just do a short game review on this Dorfromantik game that's been created by Tucana Interactive, and I hope you enjoy. So straight away with this game, you'll notice that the vibe that you're going to get is super chill. I think I've spent quite a few hours on this game thus far, and it just captures your full attention, but at the same time is quite relaxing. I find it very surreal in a sense that I have lost these hours, but it's a good thing. Now, we'll start a brand new game and you'll notice that we only really have classic mode to pick from. That being that creative mode is coming soon, so do bear with them. But classic mode in itself is actually really great. So we'll dive straight in on a classic game. Now, this did take me a few rounds to kind of fully understand how this game worked, as I've never actually played a game like this before. But you'll notice that the animation style is simple, but also very charming once you start to build this little town outwards with your tiles. Now, straight away, I've got a tile here that is a 4+, meaning that yellow is that I want more yellow path, and I need 4 more to complete my objective. This next tile gives you an example that it goes down to 3 when I place it next to it. Once you complete that objective, you're going to get more tiles here on the right-hand side. So you're kind of wanting to fill this objective, get as far as you can. You will eventually run out of tiles if you're not completing these objectives. So see how you go. This one's wanting us to place 2 more rivers. Automatically, it will stop you from placing any tiles next to this, as it's not a river's end. You can get tiles in here that hopefully I can show you later, but we can't place anything other than another river here. So it kind of does give you a little bit of a helping hand along the way. Straight up here, we've got another 2+ tiles. So I'll continue to build a little bit here just so that you can kind of understand what's happening. So straight away, I've got a another 4+. As I've placed tiles already, it's going to let me complete 3 tasks here at once, which is very handy. So we're going to complete that, and that's given me another 20 tiles here on my right-hand side of the screen. So we're off to a pretty good start. All right, so now we've got a train track as well. So that's going to want 4 more train tracks. We have also got here another objective as well. So we might place that and we'll see how we go. Given that they're similar objectives, it shouldn't be too hard to fix and finish those 2 objectives at once, which is good. Here's kind of an example of a river's end. So this tile in itself can be placed anywhere and the shape will change. If I were to place it here, I can then place other tiles around it, which will give it a river's end. So we might pop it there and I'll give you an example. As here, see how here? It's going to close this in. I can technically make this a little river's end. We might go ahead and do that just as an example. And there, we've created a river's end. Now, I'm rotating the map here is just as simple as a Q&E rotation, just to help you if you do get quite a sizable map. Things can be a little tricky. We are just WASD for your controls, just to move around your map as well. Now I'm going to go ahead here and just build a couple more tiles. We've got a nice little tree objective here. The tree objectives do get quite big, just because you do get a lot of trees on one tile, so they can be a little bit daunting once they get up into the 100 figures of placing trees, but I kind of do keep my forestries in a large area, just to make it a little bit bigger to hit those bigger objectives. But completely up to you how you would want to complete these objectives. I've tried many different methods and still only have a high score of about 7,000 thus far, but this game is fairly new to me. I haven't owned it for that long, but I have played it for quite a few hours, so I'm still trying to see different methods of getting bigger objectives within the game. Alright, now you'll notice here that we have a train end. You will find tiles like this that can put an end to a railroad. So they can come in handy if you do get stuck in certain situations with your tiles. So I'm going to go ahead and place that, and we'll get ourselves another 20 tiles to add to the right here. I'm going to continue to just draw out this tree line a little bit more. Alright, now you'll notice here that I have an 18 plus path that's come up on our tiles. Now you'll see if I place it here, it is going to put an end to our tile, just because this tile has nowhere else to go. So not the best of ideas, because obviously you are going to lose out on this objective. Kind of makes it redundant. So best to place that somewhere else. We could put down here, for example, as it's going to let me continue on this path. So we're going straight from 18 down to 7. Continue to draw out. Oh, that was an easy one. Perfect example. So this tile has 279 trees that it wants us to place. Now I'm going to put that on the end, and I automatically only need 36 more. So this is why I like to have an open tree section of forestry, just to make those particular tiles a lot more easy to achieve. Now these quarries can come in handy. If I can grab myself a railroad. Oh, I've just placed the wrong tile there. As you can see, it closes it off straight away. Woe is me. After a railroad. And of course, when you want one, it's not going to give you one. Aha. So here you'll see this little quarry will allow you to either use a river or use your railway, which is really handy if you get stuck in certain places with your tiles as well. So keep an eye out for those. Those are very limited, but the more you play, obviously, the more you'll have access to those particular quarries that will help out. Currently got to build a little bit of a town. So I've got what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different objectives happening right now. So I've got a lot of things that I can try and reach. And then they're not that bad. They're quite reasonable objectives at the minute. They can become quite tricky. Now see here, I can't build another quarry, so that's going to be a problem. I'll start elsewhere. But you get the general idea of how this game currently foresees to work. Your objective is to just continue to build on and on and on, and create the highest score that you possibly can. So currently I'm on 3,320. You do have different objectives up here to try and reach as well. So you've got your high score, Ocean of 3, form a water body, with at least 60 water segments. I've yet to reach that, but I'm at 13, which would be this segment here. Form a train route with at least 50 train tracks, so you can continue on and reach your objectives. These will unlock certain little images, so I've unlocked the boat and the train as little animations within the game, which are quite aesthetically pleasing, and it's quite nice to watch the little boats and the trains come down your quarries like this, so it is quite pleasing to see. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm down to my last 4 tiles, and this is as big as the map has gotten for me thus far. You can see that I've come into a couple of areas here where I've got certain tiles that only certain shapes will fill. I kind of caught myself out here with a small little train track, as well as my rivers. I have got I've also got myself stuck here with this one tile that I only need one more path, but yet I need a train track to fill that spot. So it'd be very lucky to find a train track with a path to fill that one space. So I've got stuck with one objective that I'm not going to be able to complete. So small things like this that keep the game interesting, and it all depends up to your imagination as to where you place these tiles and what strategies you choose to work with to complete your objectives, to get more tiles, to finish the game. We're down to our last tile here. And that's it. So total score of 5,510 and my high score being 7,600. So that's it for this round of this game. Usually I would continue to play a lot more. I get stuck on this game for quite a few hours, and it's very enjoyable. So I do highly recommend that anyone try this out. It is currently on Steam. It's not that expensive. From memory, it was about $14. Well worth it, in my opinion. And I hope that you guys really enjoy. Give it a try, give it a check out. And if you like these little indie game reviews, please let me know. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.